Hi grade 7, Teacher Patrick here. I'm doing your digital homework for the month of June for your unit Expressions and Formula. And I'm going to be looking at using symbols. Right, so sometimes when we don't know what the value is of a certain item, we will use a symbol in its place. So for instance, if I had to say, I've got this container of tennis balls and I have 2 tennis balls outside. Now, I can see there's physically 2 tennis balls outside, but I don't know how many tennis balls in the container. So when we're writing it down, right, so we're going to use any letter that we can from the alphabet. So for this point, I'm going to use the letter C because we have a container. So I've got C, and I know I've got 2 tennis balls outside. Okay, so I've got my 2 tennis balls outside plus my container. So it's plus 2. However, what happens if I had to bring another container to adding into the equation, right? So now all of a sudden I've got 2 containers with 2 tennis balls. Okay, I still don't know the number of tennis balls inside because we can't see inside. So how do we do this now? Well, we put times 2. So it's 2 times C plus 2. Okay, and then we can get to the point when we can actually shorten it, right? And we can write this as 2C plus 2. Right, so now we've taken our formula and we've just made it smaller, compacted it and putting it together. Okay, so when there is a point when we're using formula and using symbols, right, we make sure that we write down any letter that we can for our unknown objects that are inside the sack or the container, right? So our unknown objects. So for instance, if you had to count the grains of rice in a bag, right? We don't know that, so therefore we would use B, all right, just for the symbol, okay? And we know that there would be maybe a handful of grains outside, and let's say that number would be 50 grains of rice. So we would have B plus 50. But if your mom came to you and said, oh, here's another 3 bags of rice to count, now we don't know that. So all of a sudden, our equation would change to, alright, so if we look at the grains of rice, okay, so remember, your mom came through with 1 bag of rice and you had 50 grains in the rice. So you have got your bag, because you don't know the number of grains in the rice, plus 50, and then your mom said, oh, I've got these 2 bags as well. So all of a sudden, she came through and we had 2 times B plus 50, and then if we make that smaller and compact it together, we end up with 2B plus 50. Alright, so when we use symbols, we can use any letter, like I said, for it, and we can compact it together to simplify our expression or formula. Alright, hope to see you next time in our next video. Bye.